Dado just got 8. Rebi got 5 runs. Kamsha batting on 21. Pale got run out. He was really batting well. He struck a 6 down the ground. Sohail, what a strike that was down the ground. He's batting on 9. So there will be the 7 more overs to go. 109 on the board. 6 wickets in hand. 180 definitely on.
Oh, yes, from here on, you can say 180 is still on, but that's a game of cricket. Couple of good overs, tight overs, couple of quick wickets, put them under pressure because it's the semi-final. As we have seen by the champion side again and again, they start poor bowling, but thereafter they cover up well and they finished it well. So they need to finish it well. How many runs they can pull back in from the total of our Warriors, what they have decided for. But as of now, run rate is good, but they need to keep going, and someone has to stay there till the 20th over, and the Kamsha is the man that could do this role. But Topu, brilliant previous over. Tashi, I beg your pardon, back some wicket as well. We'll start the fresh over number 14th from the far end. Oh, awkward position to play that one. Looking for the turn that didn't turn too much. Well, across to the offside run, chance for the run out. And what a lovely running between the wicket by these two.
Yeah, that's a good running between the wickets. Getting 2 runs over there. Was there in that mid-wicket region, and they spotted that there was 2 runs on. So good running between the wickets. Going for that second run quickly. Playing this one back to the bowler for no runs. Tashi went for runs in his second over. He went for 9. There is a shout. He appealed for it and has got it. It's a big one.
It's a big one, and that was Nelson one as well. And someone walked into the commentary box, and before the bowler delivered his ball, he said that that's a wicket, and that is none other than Sumit Mishra. Wow, what a ball that was. Again, that was the leg of his delivery where he were trying to hit that one. And he played that shot pretty early, then the ball walks in. And he got some part of his blade or the club. And beautifully taken by the wicketkeeper as well. And the Kamsha departs, 23 for him. That's what I told you, it's a game of cricket. And anything could happen there. Someone has to stay there. The set batsman has walked back into the hut now. And Pawan is the man who played a brilliant innings of his first game, 47 and 34 deliveries unbeaten. And another hero for a Warriors. Can he create some magic? But why is why he has been sent in low down to the order? Why he has not been sent up to the order before Kamsha? Because he can also play that kind of cricket for a Warriors, as he already done before for his team.
Yeah, Kamsha is a regular batter over there. He is an all-rounder. So that's why they've kept him, and he's someone who can generate a lot of power, hit those big hits in the later part of the innings. And Pawan Gupta, as we mentioned, in the first match of the league, he got 47 not out of 23 balls. Yeah, that's a wicket. Tashi picking up the wicket over there. 111 for 5. First ball, outside of some, catch it is the shout and gone. Poor shot. He could have easily left this one. He could have easily left this one and it would have been a wide. But in the end it proves and turns out in a wicket.
Now, that's a simple question to KB. How happy are you now?
I'm still happy. I'm a sportsman. I love to enjoy the game.
Poor shot to play. And away from his body. Again, the diplomatic answer from KB. He's not happy, I knew this. But he have a good smile on his face. But he's feeling real pain in his heart inside. I knew this. Still, it's a Nelson. Well, 2 wickets been fallen. And golden duck for Pawan Gupta. Well, we were talking about this is the man will finish the game for a Warriors, but a disappointment for him. And what a lovely comeback again for Shashank.
Time for a hat-trick ball. All the eyes on the hat-trick ball. 2 in 2. Will Tashi pick up a hat-trick over here? We have not seen any bowler picking up wickets. We have seen couple of bowlers coming close to picking up a hat-trick, but they did not. Will he be the first bowler to pick up a hat-trick in APL Season 2?
It's the third occasion we have any bowler to pick the hat-trick. Not done before that. Is it the moment for the bowler to get this one? Tasi, can he pick another to get the fast? No, forget about the hat-trick. But he bowled well. That's a good-looking shot. And he's off the mark, and that is Shera. Chance to get another one? No. They're not thinking about any extra run at this point of time. And very lucky. And there's a couple of wickets. Oh, even bullseye. Wicket keeper. What a take for him. And this is another one. Play away from his body. Backward point fielder, making no mistakes. And Kamsha and Pawan, look at their faces. Worried faces now. It's a semi-final. It's not a league game, KB.
Yes, it's a semi-final. They can't believe what has happened over there. They were really going well. It was 111 for 4. All of a sudden, it's 112 for 6. Yes, the Lima Derby came close to picking up a hat-trick. Karbir in the first game came close to picking up a hat-trick. His team won, and they're playing the semi-final. They're playing the final tomorrow.
Being a defending champions now, we need to check that should be a white ball, yes, and given as well. One need to check that typical circumstances how a champion team should come out from that phase, as they were the defending champions. They are the defending champions. And second title is loading now. Oh, driven nicely. What a good looking shot that is. And this will go to the fence for 4 runs. And he's stuck firmly and finds the gap as well. Beautiful placement and for 4.
That has raced away like a tricycle to the fence. What a powerful strike from a fast bowler. Putting his all power behind that shot. Yeah, that's a Manhattan. What a start in the power play. Huge towers, huge buildings. And then all of a sudden there was a drop in making those constructions. And now they have once again starting to build those huge towers over here. Yes, it's been a good start over here. And now let's go down to Mega.
We've got Raza, team manager, Siang Sharks. तो टॉस जीता, पहले गेंदबाजी करने का निर्णय लिया, लेकिन जैसे रन्स बना रही थी आपकी ओपोनेंट, टेंशन होगी, उसके बाद विकेट्स गिरने शुरू हो गए.
Yes, we had some tension in the starting, but right after थोड़े ही overs के बाद, but हमने देखा कि हमारी जो टीम है काफ़ी प्रेशर में अच्छा काम कर रही है. तो right now we have took 6 wickets and we have scored 112 runs as of now. So yeah, I think we can win this and directly go into the finals. I believe in my team. Maybe let's see. I hope for the best.
The tournament is coming to its culmination with the second semis underway now and the finale tomorrow. How has your experience been thus far?
Quite happy. I was quite happy as since day one the team is winning one after the another, and I believe and I hope that this also we got win and directly get a ticket to the finals.
There have been rain interruptions as well. So what was the key to keep the team upbeat, to keep the morale high?
As daily I was briefing them that don't lose your hopes, as the rain does not affect your health and all everything. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think they are already motivated, as we were unable to make nets over there, but yeah, still they are motivated, and as they won the match, so yes, I think they will win the match.
Just a sneak peek into how you operate. What sort of manager or owner are you? Are you absolutely involved, giving them your 2 cents, or do you let them be?
Yeah, I think maybe yeah, they'll coping up and they'll be winning the final C1 and this match also.
Well, that confidence is very noticeable. Thank you so much for speaking with us. And well, his team is doing well, so the reason for that confidence is there for us all to see. It's over to our commentary team now.
Yeah, thank you, Mega, over there. Talking to the team manager over there of Siang Sharks. And the boys have really pulled the things back over here. At one stage, it was seeming like the Warriors would get to 170, 180. But last couple of overs, they've really bowled well. That is a back-off and slower delivery. Akhilesh really experiments well, but if you talk about his last game, in his last 2 overs, he went for 36 runs, but then he did the job with the bat and won the game for his side. But what a comeback this has been by the Sharks, Dharmender.
Absolutely, no doubt whatsoever. The way it started, flying start, kept wickets in their hand, but 2 or 3 overs belongs to the bowling side. The way they made their comeback, 6 down on 118 now. Oh, lovely bowling. Placement is good, looking for the quick single. And are they going for the second? And that's a good running, it's a poor throw. It has to be little flatter, it has to be little quick. But good running by these two. And look at that, how he plays that well with the soft hands. No, that was the misfielding, that was the poor fielding. I missed that one. Oh, that was the poor fielding. And earlier we were just applauding to these players that they have made their comeback, but these poor fieldings doesn't suit them being as a champion side, the cricket they played here.
Yeah, Dharmender, just keep the focus. You missed out something.
Well, I'm missing Christopher, I believe.
I think he's already got to the airport. I think it was you who were in a hurry to send him back home. I think that's why you missed out that misfield by the fielder over there.
Actually, keep focus as a lesson for me and for the batters as well. Oh, lovely ball right into the 3 stumps and played with the soft hands for a single. And they are doing the right thing, taking singles in between. It's a pressure situation for batting side. They lost already 6 wickets. And this is the bowling card. Plenty of bowling options. 7 bowlers being used by captain. And only 4 bowlers got wickets in front of the name. Akhilesh, Sonu, and of course Tashi. 3 bowlers, I would say. Topu bowled well, 1 over not bowled well, 13 runs off his first, plenty of runs, and the Tashi 3 overs, just 18 runs and 2 wickets on his name. 2 prize wickets, I would say.
Yeah, 2 big wickets, no doubt in that. Getting rid of Kamsha over there and then got rid of Dangerous Pawan. Wow, that's a wonderful picturesque view. That's the moon. And as we all promised yesterday, very soon my fellow commentator Dharmender is going to start Moon Premier League on the moon. And Anshika was having a word with Dharmender. Will he appoint her as the anchor over there in that league?
Absolutely. Always first chance for Anshika to showcase their talent top of the moon. What a sign.
Yeah, just jokes apart, coming back to the game, it's been a good battle going on between the bat and the ball. It was the Warriors who got a fabulous start, but in the last 4-5 overs, I think that over here, the Sharks have pulled the things back. The way they bowled tight spells, picked up wickets. Sonu back for his second spell, 2 overs, 13 for 1. Good delivery on the target. We have already seen 2 run-outs over there. I think Pare Warriors can't afford any more run-outs from here on now.
You see, at one stage, current run rate is close to 11 point something. But the current run rate, you can see, because of these quick wicket falls, comes to 8.04. Looking for the big one. And he commit the mistake already against the quality spin bowler, left arm orthodox Sonu. Don't dare to play big shot against him. Almost hitting the timbers. The bounce saved his life. And again, he decided to go for big chance for the long on fielder. Yes, he does well. He took the catch. He was trying to sacrifice his wicket. And he killed himself, and very good taken in the end. Another wicket goes to Sonu. And the 7 wickets fall for Pare Warriors. Not a good cricket, KB.
Now they're going to look, they're going to check that one. Did he touch his legs to the ropes? The fielder is confident that he's not touched the legs. It's fine over here, it's fine. Oh, well done. Well done. What a balance. But I think still the umpire will have a look at the other angle. Because this angle says it's safe. This angle it says that he's not touched the rope. The other angle would give you the clear picture. Going back, can't get it. The third umpire will be.
The timing of jump is good when he collect the ball in his hand. And look at his toe when he was trying to make some balance. Has he found some part of his behind foot touched the boundary ropes.
Dharmender, we did not see any movement of that boundary ropes, the advertising boundary ropes. If once again have a look at that one, yes, as you mentioned, the timing of the jump was important. He goes back, now is there on the ground. His right leg just goes back. When he landed, it was all fine, but when he took his right leg back, you see there isn't much of a movement in that boundary ropes cushion over there. Yeah, there isn't any movement. The boundary rope cushion has not moved over there.
He balanced well. He balanced well. Look at his toe and back part of his foot that is in the air. That is in the air. And what a lovely catch taken. And yes, given out. Sonu says, please umpire, up goes your finger. And give me this man. He was trying to take me on picture, but I want him to go back to the heart now. And again, he played the rash shot against the quality spin bowler. What do you say, KV? I told you earlier that the team men in blue, they will definitely bounce back, and look at their fight, the way they bounce back. Yorjum Shera has to walk back, just 3 for him today, and 7th wicket goes down for Pare Warriors. Not a good sign for the defending champions. 4, 5, 6 overs. What a cricket being played by men in blue. Siang Shark. That's why they are the